Ayy, I got the recipe, never gonna let any op get the best of me. Thought it was distance, but haters is next to me. Talk to the spirit, you know I've been heavenly. Company definitely show your trajectory. This ain't a diss cause I say it respectfully.
Welcome back to another ML Talks. Steve, you're here with me this time.
Yeah, no COVID.
I'm back. Welcome back. A very exciting one. You know, last ML Talks interview, I got the pleasure to interview Coach Hoyt.
I was so hurt too. Because like that was the one I was like really like, I'm a basketball head, so like anytime I could talk to like hoopers and like nerd out, man, it's, you took it away from me, Zach.
Oh, well,
it was the real. It was the real. Everybody said I got COVID from the real.
We're going to talk about that in a second, so you can figure that out. But anyways, we had that interview, and then that has sparked something now where little drum roll, starting weekly interviews with members of the Cowgirl basketball team. And we have our first one now from Cincinnati, Ohio, moved to Georgia, and she's been playing ball and balling out since day one. Kennesaw State to Mercer, and now in her 5th year of college basketball here at Oklahoma State. She's getting ready for the season over in GIA, but today she joins us in the Paul Miller Journalism Building across the desk. Stacie Jones, welcome to the show.
Hey, y'all.
Zach, you getting so much better with those intros.
It's
bro.
fun. It's the fun part. It's the fun part. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Good.
Great. Yeah.
To give reference to what he just said, this man covered the football game versus Arkansas, and his thought for a stand-up idea was to eat a pork rib, because they ate the hogs, right? Mm-hmm. Funny idea, but he packed it at home before the football game, and it was in his backpack for like 6 hours.
Oh.
And then he got COVID the next day. So that's what Steve did. Anyways.
Was it good?
It was dry.
Oh, wasn't even good.
It was a dry rib. Like there was one take and it was done. It was
that's
done.
Tough. But no, thank you so much for joining us. Obviously, Cowgirl basketball getting ready to start up. First scrimmage on October 29th. We're 2 weeks away now, pretty much. And then first game, November 4th. So a lot happening. You're getting accoladed to Oklahoma State. But before we get into all that, let's start with get to know you a little bit, right? Let's do a quick little speed round, some go-tos, and get to know Stacie Jones before we get into it. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. Go-to pregame meal.
Oh, oof. My choice or just what I've been given? If I could choose, and this is going to be real bad, I'm just going to choose my favorite food.
Okay.
I love chili cheese dogs. And it sounds bad because it gets your stomach grumbling, but it don't affect me for real. Just crop dust somebody on the court, and I'll be good with that. But I would say it have to be that. Yeah.
Okay.
That's worse than my pregame meal when I was hooping.
Okay.
Go-to pregame artist.
It sometimes depends on the mood I'm in, but if I'm going for like a more chill, like uplifting vibe, I would say Madison Ryan Ward. She's a gospel artist.
Okay.
Hit her up. I would say for that. But if I'm going for more like rah-rah, that's difficult. That's difficult. Because I can switch from, that I go hard and that I could go to there. I can go, this is difficult. Oof.
Never been asked questions about
a
routine.
Let me think. I gotta think for real.
But what I'm hearing is it's gospel go too.
Yeah, that's the number one. Gospel for real.
Just to uplift. Trying to go out there and bless him on the court.
Yeah.
Bless me on the court, please.
There you go.
But honestly, that's really it.
Okay.
Rah-rah is just depends. Like if I need to grit up, then I'm usually always on 10s.
Gotta be good. Day game or night games?
Night games.
Okay. Sleep in, get that pregame nap.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite part of your game?
Favorite part of my game? Rebounding. Okay. I love rebounding.
That's different.
Mm-hmm.
If you weren't doing basketball, what would you be doing?
Volleyball. Hands down.
That's fair.
Kennesaw State yellow, Mercer orange, or OSU orange?
Definitely not Kennesaw. Is the Mercer orange and OSU orange not the same?
It's pretty similar. I'm not gonna lie. I wrote it, but I was looking. They're pretty similar.
They are. They both bright. So it's like
they're both bright orange.
I'll take the oranges. Yeah,
the oranges. Okay. One pro player you'd love to 1v1.
1v1.
Some competition flying up over there. I see.
It's like, I say I would want to 1v1 Angel Reese.
Okay.
I want to see where I'm at.
Okay.
She's a great player. I have so much respect
Big
for her.
Angel Reese guy over here.
You are? You like her?
For sure.
She's, earned my respect for sure.
We split on the desk over here, but it's just
It's not
me.
that. Okay. Whatever.
All right. So a fun fact about you, nobody knows.
That nobody knows. I'm a big, like, scents person, like, smells.
Okay.
So, like, incense, candles, anything that smells good, I'm going to probably have in my house. I'm sure if you've been over, like, my place, you know that because I always have something going. But I love myself some scents, like perfumes or body oils.
Okay.
Big on teak wood or something like that.
Something like that.
Okay. That's very
Real
fair.
earthy vibe.
Awesome. Okay. So let's go back. You know, we already talked about apparently all these organizations get it wrong. All of them saying Stacie's from Georgia, which is not. You're from Cincinnati.
Yes, I'm from Cincinnati. Oh my gosh, we're gonna dead that right now. We're gonna dead that right now. I am from Cincinnati, Ohio. Born, raised, and I just moved in high school, like for my freshman year of high school. And then like at that point, I'm already like a teen, so it's like
that's crazy.
My roots is back in Cincinnati. That's my roots.
That's crazy too, because listen, we did our research, and I swear every website I saw, it said Georgia.
Oh, they do. They have it on there, but it's like I told them I said I'm from Cincinnati. No, you're not. Okay, it's a Georgia thing. I think they want me to be from there. They want me.
That's fair. I mean, both schools are in Georgia that you went to before here, so they want the hometown represent. But hey, in Cincinnati, Ohio, growing up, obviously, when did you kind of first fall in love with basketball?
So when I was younger, I was kind of just doing a little bit of everything. I started volleyball and basketball at the same time. So I was just long and athletic. So my parents was like, "You gonna do something? Like you're not gonna do nothing." That's one thing. So they just like put me in it, and like that was 7th grade, and ever since then I just was like, it was basketball every day at that point, and it was volleyball every day too, but it was more so basketball. I feel like the outside training was basketball more. So, and then I mean I don't know if I had like a straight love for it yet, but it was something I was curious about. So I was like, let me just keep trying because I keep seeing myself do something. I surprise myself. So I was like, okay.
You said it was both every day, and I feel like if you're a multi-sport athlete, you do kind of have one you lean to, or it's your true love. And so it was basketball, though?
Yeah, it's more aggressive. I can't do nothing on the other side of the net. So it's like, I can like buck at them, but like, what else? What else can you do?
So transitioning to Georgia, you dominated in high school, scored 1,000 points. 1,000 points and rebounds?
Yup.
Oh, she's going crazy. All first region, Elite 8 in Georgia State, first team All-State. Mm-hmm. So, like, when did it click for you that basketball was, like, the main option for you?
For me, it was high school. Like, after my freshman year and then playing AU, when I, playing AU, I played for Nike Team Elite. So, I was able to see what basketball could do for other people. Mm-hmm. And it was already challenging enough for me, but it was, like, intriguingly challenging. And again, I surprised myself multiple times, but it wasn't like consistent. And I wanted to get to that point where it was consistent, where I was being good consistently. And plus I put so much work in it, like outside of like actual practice and stuff like that. So that's when I found the love, was my freshman year of high school. Cause that's when I didn't play volleyball. So I could be all locked in for basketball. And plus my parents, they spent money on that AU. They was like, you better love it. Like,
the trips ain't cheap.
Right, at all.
Okay, so you fall in love with it in freshman year, and like we read, you were dominating with it. So what kind of was that recruitment out of high school like for you? When that kind of get going, what schools were reaching out?
Well, I got a lot of letters from different schools. Like I got some letters from like Xavier, which is in Ohio, UC, Cincinnati, and then there was a couple more, but it was just like kind of letters. It wasn't like offers or anything. Like it didn't really go anywhere. But I really only had 2 offers outside of high school. It was Kennesaw and UNC Asheville. Mm-hmm. And so I thought Kennesaw at the time was a better fit for me when I left. Yeah.
I mean, you went to Kennesaw and pretty much dominated as a freshman. Like, how easy was your transition to college ball from high school ball?
It wasn't a bad transition at all. Honestly, like I came in during COVID. So I came in online classes. It was really just basketball and online classes. I have no clue how college was beforehand, so that was the norm for me. And people at Kennesaw, like, we had some resources. They were willing to help, and they made that transition smooth.
We've talked about it with a couple of athletes. I feel like whether it's AAU and basketball or like travel ball and baseball, softball, that level of competition has gotten so high now where I feel like more and more athletes are starting to not have such a shock factor with that transition. Mm-hmm. You feel that was evident with your AAU days?
Sort of.
Okay.
I feel like that was a heavy adversity time for me. It was, I struggled here and there. I was able to like pick myself up and like honestly learn more about myself during AAU. I think that's when I realized I can do hard. Like, I can push through my limits, even if like things might be stacked up against me, if it might be same teammates, it might be coach. As long as I keep working and keep trying, there is something in me and there's something there. So yeah, God got me for sure. Yeah.
When you were at Kennesaw, you put in all that work during your time there. When did transferring and hitting the portal become an option for you?
Honestly, when I went to Kennesaw, I was like, oh my gosh, like, because I was like, when transferring was like getting big and stuff like that, I was like, I'm not going to do that. I need to do that for my friends here. I'm doing good. Like, I'm starting. Like, coaches like me or whatever. But it was my junior year. And honestly, both times I transferred, I didn't think about transferring until the season, like, literally ended. Like, because I wasn't intending on transferring. And that year, there were some issues with how things were ran and stuff like that. But it really hit me when I think God made it to where it didn't feel like home anymore. So like I couldn't see myself, even though I had great minutes, I couldn't see myself still being there. Like there wasn't any growth from there. Like I feel like I just hit that peak. Yeah, hit that peak, yeah.
That's fair. Okay, so yeah, you decide you hit that peak and you decide it's about that time. Well, what was it about Mercer that drew you there and between also looking at some other schools?
Well, Coach Garner, my head coach last year, she honestly, it was something about her passion for the sport really got to me. It was close to home, close to where my parents and my sisters were. So that also was kind of big for me as well. It was her vision for me that year. She knew that like there was more to my game and really like touched that for me. She knew that I wanted to play out more. I didn't want to be back to the basket all the time because I'm too small for that at a level that I want to play. And plus I thought that they would have connections afterwards because I didn't know if I was going to take my fifth year or not. So, and they said they could help if that was my last year. So.
Sure. Awesome. All right. Well, we've reached our halfway point. So we're going to take a break, talk a little bit more about going from Kennesaw to Mercer, and then talk about her short time so far here at OSU. All that and more right after this.
Thank you for coming to Stay and Play Pet Resort. This is where we can board your pet at any time for your convenience and make them feel at home. We have 5 different kennels for your pet. We have luxury suites that come with TV, camera, fireplace, and the webcam is at your free. We have Kitty City where you can board your cat for multiple different prices. Stay and Play Pet Resort offers a free chauffeur service. If you go to Baker Animal Clinic, you can drop your pet off anywhere between 7:30 a.m. and no later than 8 a.m. Stay and Play Pet Resort offers a game day sports package. For $37, you can drop your dog off during the game day as early as 7:30 in the morning. Policy states you do not have to pick up your pet up until 1 hour after the game. At Stay and Play Pet Resort, we thrive to treat your best and give them the best at-home feeling.
My name's Kayla. I've been here since the beginning, so 4 years. Scratch is more focused on farm and mostly made in Oklahoma products, keeping it local. Sustainability is our biggest thing. That's one of the reasons why this place opened.
I've been the chef here at Scratch for 2.5 years. Started here as a line cook. Our food and drinks are a bit separate entities almost inside the restaurant. So the food is now up to 85% of the products we bring in are raised or grown locally. It's all based off of things that I grew up eating in Southern Oklahoma, the things my grandparents ate.
Fresh food, clean food, organic food, sustainability, that's all of our thing. From front of house to back of house, we're able to maintain both with freshness. But made in Oklahoma means we get it straight from the farms that are 20, 30 minutes, another little county away. We get it straight from them.
Welcome back to ML Talks. Once again, joined by Stacie Jones, one of the newest members of the Oklahoma State women's basketball team. All right, we talked about going to Mercer, and I want to talk a little bit. We just talked about it in break. One of the kind of fun things you got to do right when you got to the Lady Bears was play your former school, Kennesaw State. Not only did you play them, but you dominated. So what was that experience like playing the team that you played for just for 3 years?
Oh, I was going into that game. I was a little nervous, just a little nervous, but it was more so excitement because I'm about to play somewhere where I thought, like that. I don't know, that didn't use me like I wanted them to. So it's it's just a little this is what I could do. This is what I can do. I can show up and show out for that game. So I was excited.
Was it an away game for y'all?
It was home. It was right at Mercer.
Oh, yeah, you came out with a vengeance.
So you play at Mercer, you have your year, and you graduate. Mm-hmm. So, what was kind of that timeline for you of realizing now that, I don't really want to be done just yet, and you want to try and go for that 5th year?
For me, at first, I was thinking if my coach would have stayed, my feeling was to stay, but she had left. Mm-hmm. And then I feel like that kind of shook something in me because she's a mentor of mine. So, and one thing that she told us is she feels like there's more for her. And so she is going to take that step of faith. She is going to get out there and see what she can do and get out of her comfort zone. And that kind of had me thinking, because as a mentor, she's my mentor, I'm thinking well, if she can do that and have faith, I can do that too. And expand out of my comfort zone. I need to get uncomfortable. I want to get better. And honestly, I had the opportunity to. I have one more year. Who says I can't go Power 5? Who says I can't go to a big school? I've put in the work, and I was and if I'm having this feeling, if I'm thinking this way, God ain't gonna dangle it in my face like this. So it's I'm taking it. I have faith. So
speaking on stepping down on faith and having the confidence to go Power 5, why OSU?
Well, a good thing about it is Coach JC, she is big on her faith, and the way she coaches and kind of the way she carries herself is what I would want in a coach. I just know since she's big in her faith that there are certain things that there's a certain way she carries herself. There's a way she handles situations that I would agree with, and sometimes even if I don't I know there's some good behind what she's doing and her passion for the sport and meeting the assistant coaches. One thing about it, I had new assistant coach or a new coach every year. So I've seen some coaches and they are even also very involved and just it's they work together. It's not oh, I'm head coach, shush. It's all of us are in it together type thing. And I really respect that.
You mentioned, 3 different years, 3 different coaches. And that's something that's interesting to me too. I feel like, you're in 3 different programs for 3 years, right? And obviously everyone kind of has that basic outline. It's college basketball, right? You do these things, but everyone has their unique, whether it's skills, ups, downs, right? Mm-hmm. What's something kind of for you to go into 3 different gyms, 3 different years? What are those things that stand out to you from, hey, Kennesaw State does this, OSU does this, Mercer does this. Is there something that you've kind of almost looked for when you get to these new spots?
Other than the coaching staff working together, and other than that, I would say, because I've been grateful, I've had great teams as in teammates with me each and every year. Those girls are amazing, all of them. But one thing I do look for is on the passion. Do you accept someone not working hard? Do you, how does the team or how does the coaches react to someone slacking? Regardless if they are a really, a starter that plays a lot of minutes. that person slacks, how are you going to react type thing. I think that was big for me. Like in here, what I noticed is they don't let you slack. No matter whoever you are, like you better freaking work hard every second, every time that you're out there. If you don't give your all, they're going to let you know. And that's big because how else are you going to win? How else are you going to get better if you let people slack?
Come to OSU, you've seen the culture, you've seen the adjustment. You talked about the coaches, but just kind of with this group, commitment announced or transferring announced in April, and you've been going through off season. First day of practice hit. What kind of vibe are you getting from this group of girls and this culture as we approach the season?
I love these girls. Oh my gosh, already, and it's like. I feel like I say the same thing every year, but they're just so they're so personable here. We're all like-minded. They love hard work, and that is sometimes rare to find. Like it's not a drag being here, if that makes sense. Yeah. Like I know sometimes athletes can be complacent and be like, here we go, or everybody has done it once or twice, but like that is not the vibe here. Like it's like if someone does do that, like honestly slips and does it, it's like like we don't do that, we don't do that here. So I just appreciate these girls a lot because hard work they accept it, they embrace it.
Kind of going crystal ball here. I know you can't really predict what the season's going to look like, but how do you feel with your preparations you've used so far that the Big 12 play is going to work for you this year?
If we keep going at the pace that we are right now and just improving every day, keeping with our core values and stuff, I believe that we will if not first, then very high up in the Big 12. And I'm going to stand on that.
Yeah.
Quote me.
There you go.
Stand on business.
With that, though, also for you personally, I don't know, is there any, not mental adjustment, but, going from the Kennesaw State Mercer, now that kind of Power 5 level, is it pure excitement to play these bigger schools? What's that feel kind of going into that level of competition?
Honestly, and not to be cocky or anything, but I feel like I should have been at this level the whole time. Mm-hmm. So I'm accepting it. I'm embracing it. I am a little nervous, but that comes with about to do something important in your life. So, but I'm so excited, so ready to see where I am, and then I'm working on top of that. So it's oof, so exciting.
Living your truth, man. That athlete confidence is it's different, Zach. I'm telling you.
Gotta believe in yourself.
So Zach, to kind of be unbiased, I'm gonna remove myself from this question because you know how I feel about it. So
can I ask one more Big 12 question before we get into your Ron? I know you're passionate about this. Is there a place or a team in the Big 12 that you're really excited to get to go to or play this year that you haven't got the chance to before?
Well, I haven't got to play mostly any of these teams, but I'm excited for Kansas, I believe, because a coach that was supposed to coach me goes there now, or coaches there now. So I'm excited for her to see what I can do as well and how much I've grown.
She real big on her get backs.
Love her though. Also another mentor of mine.
There you go. Okay. Like you said, I'll ask the question. You grew up in Cincinnati, Ohio, and you get big into basketball. There's one person you're watching. It's LeBron. What was it like to get to be in that area during that prime time and watching him?
And honestly, he just even gets better every year, in my opinion. Sue me. But I think it's just seeing how big he is and how he can continue to keep doing what he's doing at this age and for that long. It's just I'm in awe of him, really, honestly. It's just big respect. One of the best players ever.
Big double deuce out here, man. Doing it with his son this year, Zach.
Yeah, he even got that to happen. That's all I'm gonna say.
If you get to watch this is another one for Steve. If you get to watch Braun all the time, how do you feel about AD? How do you feel about Anthony Davis? Would you maybe say
that's what we doing?
Steve has a very infamous quote where he said, if Anthony Davis was always healthy, he's a top 5 player in the league.
Oh, you think so?
So this is what Zach is doing.
No,
I said this on our show.
She's a Braun fan.
I said this on the show last week, but off the air.
Yeah.
If there's one comment that I could take back,
is that one?
It's probably that one because I get so much flack about that because it's coming off the bubble championship. AD was healthy. in recent years, even Coach Player put me on this. She had me list the top 5 players in the league. Is AD better than any of those guys when healthy? So on ML Talks, Steve will walk back and retract the statement about AD being top 5 when healthy. He's still top 10 though.
Okay, there you go. All right, a couple more questions.
You was happy about that one.
I was very happy. What advice would 5th year Stacie give to freshman year at Kennesaw State, Stacie?
Honestly, embrace anything that's difficult. Whatever happens, it is for a reason. It's going to help you out, and you can use it for later. So embrace it, keep it pushing, do what you do. You know how to work hard, and just keep working hard. Push yourself to the limits. It's gonna hurt, but that's okay. You want it to.
Keep that same confidence too. Now, I'm from the South. I tell people here in Oklahoma is not the South. I mean, being in Georgia for a very long time, through high school.
And Ohio.
Yeah, Ohio. What's the biggest difference between Oklahoma and Georgia, and then Zach said Ohio?
Like as in like considered South? What's considered
West?
No, just overall.
Your living experience. Yeah.
Oh, very different. Over here it's like small town vibe. And I know Macon, like where I went to Mercer at, it's small town too, but like you said, it's South. Like the South is different. This is West, in my opinion. Again, sue me. But yeah, this is West in my opinion. Food is different. Even though they have the same food, like ribs over here taste different than ribs down there. The mac and cheese over here tastes different.
Told you it was dry. It was dry.
I agree. It's just different. I love it over here though. It's a different vibe, and I kind of rock with it a lot. The people are great, by the way, too. So
you don't miss being able to go to like certain hair stores all the time.
Oh my gosh, like that too. We're gonna actually talk about that because there is one by Walmart, so that's good.
Like one.
There's one. It's one, and everything else though. Anything else I need is like an hour away. So that's the difficult part.
I gotta I feel weird going to Walmart getting do-rags, bro. People be looking at me like I'm crazy.
I feel like, what is that?
Okay, real quick. You talked about food. We're both big guys. We love to eat.
No. Big backs.
Big backs. Yes, okay. If we were to go to either Kathleen, Georgia or Cincy, what's one place that we have to go eat?
I'm going to start with Cincinnati. I love Gold Star Chili or Skyline Chili. It's weird. It's odd because
I've heard a lot about it.
Nowhere else knows about it. Or like they don't cook that nowhere else. But it's chili with spaghetti noodles. And then you can add onions and the cheese on top. It's so good. Don't knock it till you try it. But it's so good. It is so good. And the cheese coney's amazing.
What about Georgia?
Georgia? There's a lot in Georgia. The wings, amazing. American Deli. If you haven't had American Deli, Cookout. Waffle House, because they don't have one over here.
They don't. It's crazy.
And that's actually really crazy. That's wild to me.
Waffle
like,
House
if at least the Waffle House.
Waffle House and Popeyes.
I've been saying it.
The Popeyes is an OKC.
You'll probably get a Popeyes next year when I graduate, Zach.
I hope. It's probably not going to finish building it till I'm gone, so shoot. All right, well, we're wrapping up on time. Thank you so much for joining us.
Of course, thank y'all.
Now,
hold on.
Real quick, before you leave, our show is called, this is ML Talks, but our show is called Man Listen. When we're talking sports, debating sports, and you got something to say, we say, man, listen.
Okay.
So, if you don't mind, if you could look into your one shot and give us your best, man, listen.
Okay. On y'all or like?
Just go.
Man, listen.
Let's go.
That was good. Stacie Jones, thank you so much for joining us. Looking forward to watching you. Check out OSU women's basketball, October 29th, first scrimmage, November 4th, first game. That's all we have. Thank you once again so much. And that's all we got. Go Pokes.
Yay.
Right on time.
I'm Travis Taylor. I'm the general manager for the Hotel Indigo Tulsa Downtown. I have a real good understanding of the food scene in Tulsa, and I've loved to see the way it's evolved over the years, and I'm glad to be part of it.
My name's Kevin Kyle. I'm the executive chef. I started here, the idea was to do something local. Everything that we try to do has Oklahoma products.
Tulsa is a big oil boom when we were the oil capital in the early 1900s. How Route 66 put Tulsa on the map. And the menu around that was, well, what would an oil worker take out in their lunchbox? That's how Prospect kind of came from.
We never get crazy busy, so we can do a lot of different things with food. And we can do things like wine dinners and have local dinners. We have a private dining room that people can come.
I think being being at the heart of the old Route 66 has kind of weighed into us getting a lot of different things brought in from different areas of the United States. When I taste something on our menu for the first time, the first thing I go is, that's Tulsa.
Pecan